Hi, FlossTube. It's Jen, also known as Quirks and Stitches, and
Cindy, also known as Jen's mom.
we are having some technical difficulties
We
tonight,
are.
and we are not in the happiest of mindsets.
She isn't.
Because
I'm happy.
She wants to stitch, so she's been mad every time I stop filming.
Well, because we stopped 20 times.
We're not there. My webcam is not working. We are on a delay, and this is
better now.
not boding well. Well, it's not very good quality, so it's not really that great.
Okay.
But it's not delayed like it was. But happy 24 hours of stitch. Guys,
really making
usually
you
this is
this.
where we get in the middle of the night, like when I'm slap happy. It's not probably a good sign that this is first hour. But maybe it is, because maybe it means that I'll just be like this the whole time. We did just do a Facebook Live where we kicked off the event in the group, which was a lot of fun. We were delayed there too, though, but we just kind of thought that was Facebook.
Hi, Don. We didn't see you. I didn't see you then.
Yes.
And we didn't say hi to Don.
Well, we didn't realize it until after, because we were on a delay and we didn't.
Right.
But yes, there were a lot of people that chimed in. Don was one. He's a craft gallery friend,
guy.
So it was good to see you, because we can't go to craft gallery right now.
Right.
So we are ready to start our stitching.
Yeah.
This is the 7th marathon that we have done.
Did
That's what we decided yesterday,
you
so I'm
check?
going with
Okay.
it. If it's not, somebody tell me,
Maybe it's 8.
and
Okay.
I don't know. I
You
don't.
don't have to.
Can't believe you just stopped me mid-sentence. I've been over here since 7 o'clock, and we've done nothing. Guys, this is bad. Okay, we are stitching. We are starting Seeking Refuge. We are both stitching the same project. She is stitching on 35 count Lambswool DMC. I am stitching on 40 count Wren by Picture This Plus. So we will be back in a little bit, hopefully a little better than this. We are starting with the movie Outbreak. We have 36, I think, movies on our list that we are going to be doing, like Tiny Decisions, random spinning. But if we don't like the movie that we spin, we get to spin again. Yeah. So we're doing comfort movies. We're starting tonight. We had coffee, and then we decided to have wine, which was probably a mistake. Because we're probably not going to get very far on our stitches, and we're sorry, because right now this is obviously wine evident. Oh well.
Maybe. No, just how we are.
Well, it is. You're right. It really is. So we are ready to start stitching finally, because it is now 12:20. I had high hopes of doing 2 movies tonight. I don't think that's going to happen. We just have to do 8 a day. Which is absolutely ridiculous. But she, in her typical, do you think we could stitch for 24 hours? Oh, yeah! We could do that.
Because I'm the half-full person. Yes, I'm positive. Encouraging.
Do you think we can watch 24 movies and then we could, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm sitting here tonight, and I'm like, I don't even know how that's going to work. She's like, well, it's 8 a day. And I'm like, how do you do that, Matt? That's a lot of movies.
She just wants to keep flip-flopping back and forth houses, which is going to take up time.
So, we're going to go start our first movie. I don't think we'll do more than one tonight.
Who knows? We might.
Well, we might.
Right.
You'll see us next hour. We are going to be doing some fun things throughout this. So in case you just are saying we can't handle these people and we're going to tune out right now, you should check back, give us a little bit, because we are going to be doing some fun giveaways and things like that throughout the course of this filming. So we encourage you to keep watching. And also, if you are part of the Facebook group, you probably saw our Needleminder release. Yeah. We will also be having some Needleminder giveaways throughout the course of the evening or weekend or whatever we're doing right now. So that is at Allison Rosen's
Etsy shop.
Etsy shop, thank you.
Welcome.
It's Charm School, and I will link it below. They're phenomenal. She's an amazing person. So we are so excited to be releasing those, and thank you to everyone that bought them that we had no idea everybody was going to go buy. So that has been going on, and we will have more for that throughout the night. We are going to go watch a movie and get started on our stitching. Watson is going to go back to our house and stop wandering, and Brandon's going to probably file for divorce because I called him to this house and then complained a lot.
Which is hard to believe.
I know, it's very hard to believe. Never complain. So that's what's happening here. We will see you guys later. Okay, so it is 2:38 a.m. on Friday the 24th, and we just finished movie number 1, which was Outbreak, and it was Outbreak.
It was Outbreak.
Wasn't really a whole lot different than I remember it being. So we both started Seeking Refuge. I should have brought the pattern over, but I didn't. So you saw it last. I don't think we have it here, too.
Yeah.
There's one of them. Seeking Refuge. This is the pattern that both my mom and I are working on this go round. So you want to show how far you got?
I started in the middle on the house since it's got a real light border, and I can't do this very good. And that is how far I got.
Okay. And so, like, we talked a little bit about our thought processes going in. We stitch very differently. So she started on the house. I started on the left-hand side. I prefer to do the left and roll it. So that's what I'm doing. It's a hard one to start, though, I found, because there's not like a solid border with the sampler. I've been doing a lot of samplers that have that border that you can count from. So I was a little nervous. We both kind of, when we had been looking over our patterns, like hadn't realized that there was this border up top. And so we were going back and forth whether we were going to even do it or not. I decided I wanted it in there just to at least give me the counting to make sure that I knew I was right in my spots. Right. So I'm putting mine in. And actually on film you see it a lot more than you do, I feel like, in person.
I just put in like 3 sections of it in the middle, so I know if I decided to use it, I didn't have to count up to make it. Oh, that's interesting.
What?
You do yours. It looks different. Okay.
What are you talking about?
It looked like a Z.
It's not like a Z. It's just this fabric is really hard.
From the angle, I'm thinking you did it wrong. You didn't, though. Okay.
I know I didn't. I didn't know how to
And the
stitch.
white shows up better on yours because I may change the color and I may change the position because I have a frame I'm putting this in.
Yeah.
And if I need more space, I may move it up. So I just put in like 3 of the little sections.
I'm using 40 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and I do struggle sometimes with 40 count with Picture This Plus. I find it a very tight weave, and so I feel like I'm having to like punch and stab, and I don't feel like my stitches lay as neatly until I iron it. And so a lot of times I'll iron periodically through a piece with this because I just feel like they don't look as neat as they typically do. Especially white. I hate stitching with white. Yeah. And I thought doing black. It with one. Really like black I know, either. I don't. And that was like a lot of what we were doing tonight. Yeah. Because the rest of them lay
so
okay.
Pretty. It's very dainty.
It is.
I mean, the 40 count is really little. I mean, it'll be interesting to see the difference.
Just the size difference?
With his eyes on the sparrow.
Yeah, she's doing that on 40 and I'm doing mine on 36. So, yeah, okay, so we mentioned in our last video that may or may not be on the blooper reel and not actually in front of this one.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, we were having some major technical difficulties and it was a little stressful and we just wanted to sit and stitch and we couldn't because we were whatever. So if you saw that, we mentioned that we were going to be doing some giveaways and things throughout the course of this filming. It is our intention, okay. We are fully going to attempt to do 24 movies during this weekend. That may or may not happen.
Right.
If it does, right now the plan is, at the end of every movie, we're going to be showing you a pattern that either is an extra that we have in our stash because you've purchased 2, so she's been going through her stuff, I've been going through my stuff, or it's a pattern that we've stitched from, that's in still decent condition that we can pass on. So we are going to be posting a pattern every, hopefully 24, well, we're going to post 24 patterns. Hopefully they'll be at the end of the movies. If not, we'll just have like a whole bunch streamed at once at the end. And then what we're going to do is I have a Google form, just like we do typically, that I will release once this is up. And you'll be able to tell us if they are patterns you are interested in. Because the thing that I've always, some people don't stitch the same things. We all like different things. So this way, if it's something that you've already stitched, you can say, nope, I'm going to pass on that pattern, but I'm interested in the pattern you did at hour or movie 6. And we'll have a list of all of those on the form for you to select. So the first pattern that we would like to be offering to you guys that we will ship out after this is Time Enough by Kathy Barrick. This was one that I did during a 24 hours of cross stitch event. I don't remember which one, but it was a really fun stitch, and it has a clock on it, and we just felt like it was very appropriate to kind of kick off our giveaways with. So if you are interested in this pattern, make a note. It is one of 24 that we will be offering, as well as some needle binders. So we're gonna go to bed. I don't think I could do another movie. If we were doing 24, I could do another episode.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can do another movie.
Yeah.
So, no. She says this. She's sitting there going, we're gonna go to bed now. We're gonna go to bed now. And then we get over here, and she's like, oh, okay. We can stay up. Oh, you have to go to bed? Okay. You go to bed.
You go to bed. I'll stay up, and then I can't stitch because I'll be cheating.
Mm-hmm. So we're probably going to go to bed, and then we are going to get up in the morning. I think we're going to watch a movie when we get up and do another session of this. We are not going to spin and decide what movie now because God only knows what mood we're going to be in when we wake up. Yeah. Mostly me, because I'm apparently the grumpy one when we do these.
Yeah, you are. Look at me, I'm always laughing.
You're always chipper and happy, and I'm not. So that is our plan. We will be back in a bit. Hope that you guys are enjoying your time or did enjoy your time. I never know how to the tense to talk about these in. So we'll be back later. Morning, guys.
Hi.
We're now 2 movies down. So we got up this morning. We did go to bed after that controversy back and forth. It is delayed and it is driving me nuts, but I'm just going with it. We went to bed last night, got up this morning, and started stitching again. So we did another movie. We did Signs by M. Night Shyamalan. It's one of my favorites of his. It's just one of those, there's scenes in it that I just love. So it was a good movie to start with this morning. And we'll show our stitching.
Okay. I'm working my way down the house and around. I do outlines and then fill in, which is different than Jen. So know that I got my stitches in spots, then I go back and fill in.
Yeah, so that way she doesn't have to pay as close of attention. Pay as close of attention to the pattern. She can kind of be not looking. I'm a line by line girl. I don't.
Page by page.
I'm not page by page as much as I used to be.
Oh, okay.
I do jump around more than that, but I start on the left, and I do that typically because I roll my fabric, and so I find it lays neater if the stitches are there. Mine
isn't neat.
Well, hers is very wrinkled, and I just can't. I don't stitch that way. So I got the second tree done. There was a lot of stitches. And I did them individual because I am using the overdyed. So I started and I would do a branch and then go up the other side and then down and back. And so it took me longer than it'll probably take with DMC.
But I think I would do it that way with
Was
DMC
that how you would stitch it too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I worked on that and I'm contemplating where I'm going to go next. I've spent a lot of time counting just because I'm so scared that there's just not a lot of place markers in it. So I'm so scared I'm going to be off. But I think I might actually move on to the house now. I've got enough here. Either that or the green diamonds down here. I'm nervous to do all these cherries or whatever the fruit is on the trees because I only have one skein of the house color and it's the same color as the house. So I'd rather get the house done because I could always rip these out and do a different red if I need to. So I think I'm going to move over and start working on the house next movie.
Yeah. So. That's a good thoughtless thing when you do the cherries anyway.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of you have to. I mean, I don't like to carry my threads, so it's you do them and then you cut and restart. But it's not bad. And the fabrics, I'm doing better tonight. I don't know if I was just not in stitching mode last night, but it's laying a little better. So we have a giveaway pattern for this hour. This is a pattern that my mom has stitched and has hanging up in her house. So it is a gently used pattern. And it is Not Forgotten Farm, the Bee Sampler. So just keep note of all of these little patterns that we're showing, and we will be doing these, pulling winners afterwards. You'll only be eligible for winning one, but you can select all of the ones that might interest you in the form that we do. Yeah. So that is our pattern for this hour. We're also doing we're trying each hour, or we gathered a list of 24 ways that we can give back to the communities. We didn't talk about that last movie. We didn't. We actually started it off with one the other night. So we were over here kind of pre-planning and we ordered dinner. And as our way to give back, it's a place that we order from, a local spot that we love and we want to still see here after everything gets back to normal. So when we got our food, we actually tipped the delivery guy $24. And it was just we explained to him what we were doing and why we were doing it. He was so confused when we were talking, but he was really excited when he got the extra tip.
$24.
So that was just really one way that we decided to do it. The other there. And then, do we have one to share for this hour?
We've got a $24 food pantry. We have a food pantry in the little town that I was born in and go to church in. And they have a food pantry. And so we're going to donate $24 to that.
Yeah. And so some of them will be 20, it's obvious, we're themed.
Yeah.
So some of our things will be, dollar amounts. Some of them are going to be items. Some of them, we're just trying to tie it in any way we can. And we're not telling you because, we want you to say, oh, isn't that so nice? We're just trying to give you ideas of ways that you can give back to your community is the only reason why we're mentioning it
and
here.
Make it fun.
Yeah. And we're just trying to do it in different ways, or maybe people that haven't been acknowledged during all of this, those people that are on the essential workers that just kind of get looked over. So I know I'm in early childhood, my field, so I know that's one area we'll be looking to see how we can do, because the workers here still have to go in and are doing some amazing things. So that's what we're doing. So those are our two so far. I'm going to take a little bit of a break and go to my house. We probably are going to just stay here, honestly, most of the filming. With all the computer issues we're having, I really don't want to be taking it back and forth and undoing everything and resetting up. So I think I'm going to go make up a weekend bag and get some essentials that I need for here. And we are going to then hunker down. We're going to make some mac and cheese, get some more movies. And then, we're just going strong all weekend. Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. Hi guys, we have the pitter patter of Watson feet because we have had nothing but trouble trying to film today, but I think that we have finally worked it out. My computer has been not very helpful since I updated to the latest Mac program. So we are on my mom's, and that seems to be working much better. So I apologize for the poor quality before this, but I think we're in the good now, we hope. So anyway, it was movie. It's really hard for me not to say hour because I'm so used to it being every hour for us, but that was movie 3, and we just finished watching The Rock. Like I said, most of our movies are pretty much action-y, like those are our comfort ones. We have some quirky rom-coms, but not as many as our action. So it was The Rock. I had gone home, did some work for the day, took a shower, came back.
Got your medicine.
Well, we decided, I kind of thought we'd be back and forth both places, but we're just really going to stay here. And especially with all these computer, we're not going to touch this when we're not filming, and it's all going to be good. So, so we're still plugging away. So Mom we're about halfway through, and she goes, did you go up and down, top to bottom for your tree, or from the bottom up? And I go, from the top down. She goes, oh, I went bottom up, and it went real fast.
And it did. 45 minutes. You were complaining it took you so long. I have to show you my trick. It was so easy.
Are you going to talk about anything or your choices? No?
What?
Okay.
I mean, I'm just
So this
doing
is
the
where
DNC.
she's at. And... this is where I am.
Ooh, look at the little roof. Ooh.
Well, okay, so you go back and forth because you save your fill-in.
Yeah.
I find fill-in very monotonous, and I don't love it.
Right.
So I know that the bottom of this pattern has a whole lot of fill-in in black, so I was like, no, I'm going to start and space it. So that's why I...
Well, and I'll do it periodic. You know, if I get tired of counting and looking at my chart, then I'll go back and I'll start filling some of it. I don't save it all for the last. I just like to know I got all my stitching in the right place before I start really filling in. So
yeah, I've been like obsessively counting.
I know I do too, and I still make mistakes. But I'm old.
So, and I mean, this one really, I keep thinking about it. It's not, if it's off a little bit, nobody's going to be able to tell.
Well,
because in the amount of time that it's off, if the two trees are off by its, on either side or off by its stitch, nobody's going to stand there with a ruler and or count the threads, because I'm telling you, it's a pain in the butt to count the threads. So that was our movie 3. We have another pattern for you, and I will tell you, we've decided that we are now connecting them to the movies. We are going to try to. So the pattern giveaway that we have for this movie is it's by Silver Creek Samplers, and it is Michael's Prayer. Michael's Prayer, and it was a prayer from September
9/11, the priest that got killed. Then it was his prayer.
Right. So we were kind of going with the patriotic, like.
Yeah, since The Rock.
Yeah. So that's why we tied in this one. My mom has stitched this one, so again, it's a gently used pattern. It has a little handwritten note that when she stitched it on it, but pattern looks good. So this is one, if you're interested in it and something you would like to stitch, we would like to pass on. We didn't talk about, you have a whole story about our
story.
Giveaway. Giving away goodness.
Right, blessings or whatever. Yeah. When she went home, I decided I had to go. Well, most of you, if you've watched our videos, you know that several ones ago, I cut my finger and had to get stitches right before a marathon, and then the next time I had eye surgery right before the marathon, so it was my eyes. Well, this time, and of course we're quarantined and dentist office are all closed, I was having a problem, just a little discomfort on one side with one of my crowns, but I just started eating on the other side, and I was eating one of Jen's really good brownies, and out came the crown on this side. So I had to go to the drugstore and see if I can get it to stay in.
We talk about me being the high maintenance one, but
I know,
come on.
I know. All right. So anyway, and while I was there, we have this really nice little lady named Peggy that works there, and she's just a sweetheart. She's an older lady, and as I'm in line, I'm thinking, I'm gonna do her bless her with $24 for a thing. So I got up there, she checked me all out, and then so I explained to her. I had on my 24-hour cross-stitch sweatshirt, explained to her what we were doing, and I'd already pulled out $24. And then she said, I can't take it. I'm not allowed to. So I felt so bad. And then she did ask me to stitch her something, and I told her I would. So she wanted a cross, asked me if I could stitch a cross. So I'm going to do that. So then I'm thinking, well, there's an urgent care right around the corner from us, which I was there for my stitches and stuff. I thought, I'll stop there. So it was really cool. Went in, had to stand way back, but got the manager and explained to the one girl, and she got the manager, and I said, can you just take this, buy pizzas, buy lunches or something to do? We just want to say thank you. And they actually had a really cool sign out that says something about heroes somebody had put up there. So they did take it. So that was, so that was another one we got to do, which was great. Yeah. That was fun. Yeah.
So that's what's happening here. We're gonna go spin our wheel and pick another movie. Mac and cheese is on now. We were just doing like cheese and crackers and that kind of stuff, kind of munching. I'm ready for wine because I'm really grumpy with all the computer issues we've been having.
But now we're behind schedule. But it's a good thing we weren't doing the hourly thing. It would be really...
it would have been so stressful. Yeah.
We're not really on a schedule except that
we just
5 more movies.
Watch 8 a day
before we go to sleep.
And then we have to start it all again tomorrow. So,
Dad goes, you'll have to start watching Charlie Chan's. They're only an hour. And it's like, these are our comfort movies.
Yeah, not.
I don't think any of them are short ones, so.
Probably not. Okay. Well, that's it. I think my pup's going to go back to our house and finish putting our patio furniture together. And we thank Brandon Lee for running over to the aid and
thank goodness they're not as close as downstairs, but only 5 minutes away by car. And I know, Watson gets another car ride.
Yes, so. She's been in the car more now since we moved than the entire time we lived here because she never left the house. Neither did Brandon. He gets out a lot more too.
Brandon's getting a lot more car rides. Brandon did midnight run for McDonald's last night.
He's been back and forth.
Said that, so.
Did you bring me breakfast this morning?
I didn't. Well, it was kind of. I know. I'm a terrible wife.
Okay. On that happy note.
Bye, guys. Bye. I think it's just like psychological that I do this and I get tired. Like I stitch at home for hours and hours and hours and I'm fine. I am like very tired and it is not.
She's gonna go take a nap.
I didn't even say that out loud.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
She's talking in her sleep. Okay.
She was falling asleep too.
Well, I stopped and I ate, and then I started eating crackers.
I've been eating and it hasn't helped, so. Is the mac and cheese going to be done?
Yeah.
Maybe, okay. So we watched Runaway Bride. It was one of our romantic comedies. I'm not a huge romantic comedy person, but it's one that makes me smile.
Yeah.
So I will clarify, these are her and me movies. We do have very different movie taste also.
Right.
But these are the ones where we coincide on. So there were many that we did not choose from my DVD collection. Also many from hers. She was like, we can watch this. And I'd be like, no, I'm okay. So, you want to show where you're at?
I'm all the way over to the edge, to the right edge.
See, it goes so opposite of what I do.
Well, I would rather crunch my stuff when I don't have stitching in it. So, I gotta start at a little dog or cat or whatever that is over there. The diamond border. There's a lot of stitching in those little diamonds.
I know. I think I'm going to go and do some of those this next movie. I almost finished the roof, but I stopped because I didn't think I had enough stitch. I would have extra black thread on the needle when I finished there, so I decided to wait until I had something easier that used black for it. So I didn't finish that, but I did go down and do the bricks, and I did the first row of windows. So that's where I am. I think I may take a break though and do some of the diamonds because I don't want to leave all of those at that end. Because there's 2 rows of them.
And that's not
it's not as well.
It's not as intense work. I mean, if you it doesn't have a great pattern, but you can do a pattern. And
yes, mine won't work like that though, because we were talking about like the difference with DMC and overdyed sometimes, like how you can skip around sometimes easier with DMC. She's just like, okay,
whatever.
I mean, It's just different because
I don't. Pretty good.
Thanks.
What did you do?
I took a shower.
Well, you've taken a shower before, and it hasn't really looked that good. But it looks. You've been taking showers all along, and
I have daily, actually.
I know, but it looks. It looks good. It looks good on camera.
I posted that we're having technical difficulties and it's been kind of frustrating, and somebody said, as long as you guys are laughing, I'm gonna be good. I'm like, well, you should be good. So in going with our pattern giveaway that is related to the movies that we are watching, we're really trying hard. I don't know that it'll work for everyone. Right. We have an oldie for you this time. So we watched Runaway Bride. So we've got, this is Country Wedding by Kirk Kingsland.
Right, that's an old.
It's a really oldie.
Yeah.
You didn't stitch this?
I never stitched it.
No.
I bought it and never did. It was $4. It was a $4 chart, people.
Yeah.
That's how old it is, and probably if you open it up, it would have the date.
But this is our giveaway for this one.
That's a nice little one.
It is. It's really cute.
It is a cute one.
It's a good little wedding sampler.
Uh-huh.
And not like overwhelmingly large.
Right.
So, a lot of them are either really big or just like really pillowy, it's a cute one. So that's our giveaway this hour. And giving back to the community. This is something we will be doing next week. We didn't get out this week to do it, but I work in early childhood, and while I am working from home, I have a lot of my sites that I go and I help in the classrooms are currently in what Ohio is calling pandemic licenses, where they are reduced enrollment just for workers that have to be working. So essential workers' children are in their care. And so there's a whole bunch of stipulations, and a bunch of my centers switched to doing that. So I am going to next week be taking them donuts. So it'll be like a dozen donuts or 24 donuts, like in 12s or cookies, something like that. I've been reaching out, and we've been talking over the phone while they've been working and I've been home, but I haven't gone out to the sites yet. So I'm just going to leave them at the door and give them a call and let them know that it's there, just to say thank you for everything they're doing. Because it's hard to, I can't even imagine those of you that are doing that, where you have to be out. It takes a toll. So just to give back in that way. So that's that.
Well, short and sweet.
Yeah.
Gonna check on dinner.
Yes, we are.
Maybe some wine, but that'll really put you to sleep.
I know, but I think I need it.
Okay.
We did? That was 4. Mm-hmm. Only 4 movies to go tonight.
Yeah, Lee just went through and said, I have that number 4. And he said, yeah. And he goes, only 20 more to go. So he always has to burst our bubble instead of saying, well, only 4 more today. Mm-hmm. We'll be over halfway.
Well, that's what? It's 6:30?
6, yeah.
4 more tonight isn't going to well.
Could.
We'll just have to go into the late night. Which we can do.
Or we go and get up early, and we start it earlier tomorrow.
Well, we won't have an interruption tomorrow either, but we did one last night.
But we will in the afternoon when I have to go to the grocery store.
We're going to get these 24 in. We're going to do it.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
Movie 6 took a really long time. We got a little distracted.
That wasn't movie 6.
We're not even at movie 6 yet. Movie 5 took a really long time. It's taking a long time to get to movie 6.
But it's next.
It is next. You're right.
But I got a phone call from a special friend.
We started movie 5 at 6:30. It's 9:30 now almost, and we just finished. But
we ate. We stopped it for my phone call.
She had a phone call, and yeah. So, we watched The Fugitive, which was. I don't know what to talk about with the movies. Like, I don't feel like you guys care about anything with the movies. So that's what we did. We watched The Fugitive. And, Do you want me to show? Do you want to show?
You show first.
Okay, I'm showing first. I worked on the little green diamonds grass stuff, which doesn't look like a lot, but each one is like 41 stitches. So it was over 500 stitches right there. And I did a little dog over on the right. And
That's too funny.
you were behind the fabric. You were hiding. And then you just told everybody that you did it. So it was kind of silly to hide it. That's what I did.
I did another tree, and then I did some of those little diamonds, and I laid in all of the, so I know where I'm placing them now. So I did. That's what those lines are.
Yeah, the middle row of all the diamonds.
Yeah, where they're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and the trees. That's pretty a lot of trees.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Oh, I did some of the diamonds filled in.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 6 of them.
My finger hurts.
Yeah,
I think like 40 count hours on end. It's like the finger pushing the needle through hurts and the finger guiding the needle through hurts.
Yeah. I actually have a leather thing to use, but I feel bad using it since
since you can't share with me.
I can't share it with you.
I wouldn't like it anyways. You can use it. Yeah. Our pattern this hour. Whatever. There's a point in The Fugitive where he gets lost during St. Patrick's Day parade. So we are going to be giving away Luck by Bent Creek. This again was a pattern that I think we both of us stitched. Mm-hmm. She stitched it, and then I raided her stash, and yeah, we both have done it. So we would like to pass this on. So if you are interested in it, it's available. That's it. There's not much else. I'm going to pour another glass of wine.
Yes.
And we're planning to hopefully get at least 2 more movies done.
I think.
6 and 7. I mean,
yeah.
I know. We got to get to 8.
At least, well, we don't. We have to do 9 then the next day.
I know, but tomorrow's hard because you have the Kroger pickup.
Oh, that's true. Unless I send Dad.
No.
No.
I don't think we're there yet. My dad hasn't left the house, and then for his first outing to be Kroger pickup, it's like, when he's never done that, I don't.
Yeah, but he does Kroger shopping. He used to all the time.
I don't.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, he's
I
not
don't have
too coherent right now.
Like that I'm saying this, and he's gonna watch this video,
yeah,
and he'll hear me. Maybe he might not hear me.
Well, he won't hear you. No, he won't hear.
So anyway, that's
yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Couple of hours ago, my mom was like, "Your hair looks really nice today." Like just now, she's like, "Oh, I like your hair."
She knew it was lying.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's not hard to tell with your tone. We just finished movie number 6.
Yes,
6. It is marathon 7. By the way, I did do that math because she didn't believe me before with it, but we were right with that. You didn't. You wanted to.
Well, I wanted to make sure.
It is 7. We did 5 last year. This is the second this year. Anyway, we finished our 6. We went back to another romantic comedy and did Notting Hill.
Which is so good.
It is a really good one.
But it puts you to sleep.
It does. We need like an action movie next. So if the wheel spins anything slow, we're skipping it.
Yeah.
So,
Want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Wanted to get in those little diamonds, or there's a zillion of them.
Yeah, they're killer.
But I got all the bottom half of them in, so that if I decide I want to start doing the writing, I've got points to match up with. So they're all done there. Did the other tree, started the tree, and then started the basket. Finished the little doggy.
Basket.
That's where my thread is now. There's a basket of flowers. Oh. Up in that one corner.
I haven't looked at that page yet.
I
don't do that side.
I know.
I worked on the house a lot and got another row of bricks in. I did some more of the green diamonds and did a bunch of the windows, which take a surprising amount of time.
They do.
So.
This looks good. It's almost like we don't. Did you put in the other?
No. I will,
don't
though,
even
for
know.
texture.
Yeah, but texture without it, I think it might look better.
I think I'll like it. I don't know.
I don't know. The color's good.
I don't think I'll like it.
Well, look at your brick house and you go home because the brick and then... Never mind. The mortar is
I know
in.
that the mortar goes in.
So,
but
I
it's
think that
not the
looks
same
good.
as the background of the world. I don't, I don't
Aw.
think I want it to be not
But that's
stitched
just the background
in.
in the house. I don't know.
Well,
I think
you
it
can,
looks really
you
good.
can choose
Without it.
to do that.
Because that's going to all be even. Okay. Okay. Giveaway.
We have a giveaway pattern. This one it's an oldie. It's called Circle of Love, and it's by Studio B.
Whoever. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
The reason we picked this one this hour is Notting Hill was written by Richard Curtis. And it's romantic comedy, so there's the love thing, but then the name on the pattern is Curtis. So we decided this would be a goodie.
Right.
It does have the
little
charms and things, everything's there for it. It's a cute pattern.
Yeah, I
It was
bought
from,
it
like,
years
what,
ago.
97,
97. So
So
it's a relic.
Circle of Love. So that's our pattern for now. I think we're gonna do a fast-paced movie.
Yeah, I think we should do one more.
Pour some more wine. See, this is now my dilemma though, because like I've been counting my stitches pretty hardcore. I made this whole little tracker thing that if you when I film a regular floss tube, I'll share. There are people that really like that side of my head, even though you don't get it at all.
But it's only... You didn't have any tracker to move.
I didn't.
You had no tracker to move.
The last
boxes.
tracker, the last time I moved, I have a tracker that is still on my computer.
Here.
It was amazing.
It was. But then you unpacked the stuff here and you had to move it again.
I had you.
I was not the project manager. That was not your realtor. I was not.
I made this thing that tracks all of my stitches, and it's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of it, but it's set up daily. So I have to like have how many stitches I did daily, and I haven't counted any of these. So I haven't decided if I'm just going to say the 3 days are going to be recorded on Sunday, and I'm going to just count, and cumulatively will be Sunday. It's only on this one pattern. I can put a little asterisk. What am I doing with this? Who's gonna come and check it and be like,
right.
You cheated. You didn't really stitch that many on that day. Because I really don't want to sit and count right now. Like, that's not what I want to do. And I don't even really want to just go and highlight. Because I was like, well, I'll highlight with different colors. I mean, I have the pictures. That if I really want to go back and
I was gonna
have
say
a
you
rough
have-
estimate, I could
Right,
do
you
it
have
based on the pictures.
to see
And that's
where
we
you
were talking
ended.
a little bit about that because like I stitch in sections. Like it's gonna be easier for me to count what I've got done than what she has done.
Because I'm all over the place.
Because she is all over. And we're also I don't know who's winning.
I think it's hard to tell. I think I
think-
am.
I think you I would say you were even if you weren't.
No, I think it's probably pretty even.
It's hard to. I mean, I have a lot of fill-in done, but you've got a lot done. I don't know.
have a lot
You have a
done.
lot done. You have all those bottom.
right, which
diamonds,
is,
which is a lot.
Together makes one. Two of them together.
Yeah.
So and I have a few diamonds. I've got 6 done, totally 7.
I have 17.
Right, but I've got
Yeah.
7 done.
But I have
so
all
1,
the
2,
roof.
3,
The
4,
roof was
5.
a lot.
Yeah, to fill in. But then
And I
I've got
have-
the other tree.
You've
I've
got the
both
other tree,
trees.
but I've got multiple rows of the brick.
Right, but I've got over here brick, which you don't. You have the
Yeah.
windows.
But I have this
I
tree.
think. Well,
You don't have this
yeah, I
tree.
don't have the limbs on it yet. It's the same tree over here, but I just don't have. That's
You guys
not
really
that
don't
many
care
stitches.
about all
No,
this,
they
do
don't.
you?
I think you have a lot of stitches in the black roof. I think it's pretty even.
I have no
Really.
idea. I mean, I wonder how much of it would determine had we been stitching on the same count fabric. I wonder if that... I have a harder time... I will say, and I'm not making excuses or anything, I have a harder time getting my stitches to lay neatly on this fabric. So I think I go slower. Well, I'm just saying, I think, like, when I'm working on Life After Death, it's 40 count too, but it's a silk weaver fabric, and it's much smoother. Well, that's what I was gonna... Like, the stitches lay really neatly. This, I'm like... It's very thick and dense, and I love this fabric. Because I was going to say,
it's not like you're not used to working a 40 count.
It's not, but it's a different
weave, texture.
So I just wonder how much that plays into it. I don't know.
Oh, I think a lot of things do.
I
mean, you definitely, because, we're both doing this, aren't taking as many breaks. I don't think looking at your phone like you
I get so distracted, though. We have had so many people joining the Facebook group, like unbelievable amounts. Like we're up over 100 people in the past 24 hours. Excuse me. We're over like 2,500 now in the group. So there've been... I get distracted a lot easier because I'm the one that's approving people in, and
but you haven't been as you've been stitching pretty
trying
good.
To be pretty focused.
I think it's pretty even, really.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever really know because I don't think
because
we're going to finish
if we were doing the no.
I mean, I don't think we're going to finish it this weekend, so it's not like we're only going to stitch on it when we're sitting with each other.
Well, because I was going to say, if you wake up in the middle of the night tonight and get up, it's silly. Like, if you want to stitch, you don't pick it up and stitch just because I'm still sleeping or something.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Well, I think you should, but sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I don't, but I mean, I don't have any other projects over here to work on.
I know.
But
unless you work on one of mine.
Yeah, I could do that.
I'll pick out which one.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
a little rain bleed on it.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go start it.
Another movie. Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get used to getting starting these filmings with you. Like it's like
well, you just start. You don't give me any warning.
We're sitting in front of a camera. Like, how much warning do you need? We started movie 7 last night, and about halfway through, I was done. I was not comfortable. I was itching. I don't know if I was having an allergic reaction to I don't know what.
Life or what?
Life, yeah. And so we stopped mid-movie and went to bed. So this movie 7 was Armageddon. We were very excited. It came up, and it was the high pace we needed, but still I didn't last through it. So I guess it really wasn't. Yeah. What are you doing? Okay. I'm pretty sure my mom is winning this race, but oh well. I worked on the house. Those little bricks take forever. The door took forever. I'm doing the windows. I just want the windows done. So that's where I'm at.
Well, I think the roof takes forever.
It does. I will agree with you on that statement.
So I just worked on the diamonds and the roof, and I don't remember where I was before. I think I was just doing that last night because it was easy.
You got more diamonds the chart. You got a lot of those on.
I'm getting a rhythm in those diamonds, getting them filled in now. I've got kind of a little system going, so that's helping. But the roof is like, that black is...
I know. And I don't... DMC black just doesn't always lay nicely.
I know, it doesn't.
I don't know. I feel like they changed the... Or like I get a lot of wispiness in it, so I'm pulling fiber from the thread, and then it gets thin, and then I haven't had any break yet, but...
Right. The Lambswool was very rough.
Oh, yeah.
And coarse, so it really plays havoc on the strand of DMC. But, I know. Like this
We love to complain about it a lot.
We do like to cross stitch.
If we didn't, we wouldn't keep doing it or starting so many things. We've also been chatting about Mania and things like that. I have my whole Mania plan now, I think.
Yeah, she does.
So we'll be getting there. We haven't talked a little bit about our good deeds giving back. Not because we're not doing them. No, it's some of them are repeats. Like, so, you know, we were figuring, you know, the donuts for my centers was 2, you know, because it's 2 centers, it's 2 locations, it's, you know, that kind of stuff. I think today we're going to be putting some tip out in the mailbox for the mail people. So we'll be doing that here and my house. So just things like that are still being thought of, and we have a list of them. But I wanted to just address why we may not have something every hour because it does get a little repetitive, but there will be 24 ways that we're giving back. Our pattern this time is Moondance by Kathy Barrick. We were watching Armageddon. It was in space, so hence the moon. I stitched this several years ago. It was my first thing I stitched on 40 count. So I don't know what it's called for. It's called for 40 count. I didn't use the called for, but it's my first foray into 40. So this one is up for grabs. We are going to spin our wheel, maybe get some breakfast.
I know. What happened to the men in our life
they
that
sleep
used to
till
go?
Noon.
You know, I'm not letting Lee out, but he could do drive-through. But he still sleeps, so we decided, we need something to eat.
I need something. I don't know. I took Tylenol. Hopefully that'll help, like, my...
With your grumpiness?
I don't know. Well, if my body's more comfortable, maybe my...
spirit will be...
Okay. I also changed locations, so I'm not on the couch anymore. The couch is not my favorite. However, it is the piece of furniture I am getting from her. So I have to learn to embrace it a little bit. Okay, we will be back with... There's no way. No way. We are getting through 24 movies before Sunday night at midnight. Oh, yeah.
We can.
Guys, I have the most supportive mother ever. Even when it's completely not a possibility.
Okay.
Movie 8 done. We went and got breakfast, and then Brandon came over to get his breakfast that we got him, and did we do anything else?
No.
That was pretty much it. And then we stitched and watched a movie. We watched Heart and Souls. It's an oldie. Robert Downey Jr. when he was young. So that's what we watched. Little rom-com action.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So we're hoping to get one more movie in now, and then Mom has a Kroger pickup. So she'll be running to do that, and I'll either go with or I'll do something.
Right.
So
go take a shower.
Okay. So
Stitching. I filled in on the never-ending roof.
Tell me, I know it
took
forever.
I think that took long. It took a lot longer for me. It's taking longer for me than the trees. And I worked on the tree on the far
that side,
left, right side, right side, and I think I did a few more triangles, a couple, not many. So that's what I was doing.
Okay. I got all my windows in on the house, and I started working on the diamonds because I wanted to
you call them diamonds, I call them triangles.
Well, they're diamonds.
I mean, they aren't triangles. Why? Why have you let me... Why?
There's a lot of times that I'm wrong about things.
Okay, but why do you keep letting me call them triangles when they're diamonds?
Because okay. It's not gonna get it out because that's great. No, the reason you think of them as triangles though is because you have the middle done, and so you're just doing a triangle at a time. So it kind of made sense to me.
Okay.
Right. I am stitching them like diamonds because I do
them individually.
I do them individually, and I do this one, and then I skip down to there. So I go all the way down there, and then because carrying the thread to that top little
is not
so much. Like my back looks neat. So
it does.
It really does.
You had a good teacher.
I did.
Your back is very good. Yeah.
Would you like to see my back?
Yeah,
because
her back is
I don't
very
often
neat.
show the backs of my stitching, but it's pretty neat. I do carry threads occasionally.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. We're going to go watch another movie.
Another movie. We're on a rip-roaring movie marathon now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Movie 9 was Sneakers.
Yeah.
Which is, that's one growing up.
I know. I love that
Like,
one.
it's
Yeah,
just got,
it's a good one.
the guy that plays the blind guy is so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you want to show? Do you want me to show?
You show. You
Me
show first.
I did bricks. Lots and lots of bricks. But the house is almost all the way bricked. So just a little section in the chimney, and then I can use the red to do the berries on the trees. So.
And I did words. I started the words. There's 4 lines in it, and the first 2 will stay the same, and then I'm tweaking the last 2 and changing it a little bit. I'm adding and changing. So I need to get the first ones in.
Yeah,
so
and we had a bunch of people on the last video that asked if we would share what she's going to be doing. We will, and we can even chart out. I think I can figure out how to do that. The wording that she's going to be doing, so that if you want to sub in with the religious sentiment that she's using, we'll make that available for you guys. Yeah, we forgot to show the pattern from last hour. Last movie that we watched was Heart and Souls, and they are ghosts in that movie. So we're going to be doing this little Lizzie Kate Quicket. It's a Halloween sampling. I did stitch it, but I forgot to do the charm. So the charm is there, and it's a little ghost. So that one. And then for this hour, Sneakers, if you haven't seen it, it's about like code breaking, and so there's a lot of like letter references, and when they first do the thing that they get caught, it's snowing. So we have a winter sampler, alphabet sampler, also by Lizzie Kate. This one I have stitched, and the charms are not included because I use them, but the pattern's there. So if you're interested in this, I'd love to pass it on. So that is where we are with that. She's gonna go.
I have to pick up an order at Kroger's for my mother, who is 87 and hasn't been out since March 11th. So I'm picking that up, and we decided we would tip my little guy that's going to bring us the food. So he's gonna, whoever that is, lucky person is going to get our $24 tip today to surprise him. So. And
I'm gonna, I think, run home and take a shower and see the patio furniture that Brandon put together.
Oh, that's right.
And our fire pit.
Oh,
so we got some deliveries today. So I think that's gonna be my agenda. So we're gonna take a little break, and we're I think going late tonight. So because that was only movie 9. Right. It is now 3 o'clock on Saturday. So that gives us how many hours left? 3 to midnight is, this is Jen doing math. Jen doesn't do math
9.
quickly. 9. And then we have 24 tomorrow. I don't think we can do all these movies.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Movie 10, Frequency, with, who are the actors?
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid and the guy that played
Jesus in
The Passion. Yeah. I can't think of his name right now. It's not really that important. He was in that other show. That show that I was just going to say. That was our movie.
Yeah, it was just a good one.
We had taken a break. Mom went to Kroger. I went home and showered and put on the same t-shirt. But I'm back, and we stitched for a while. So I think I should first last time.
Okay, I did my second line of words and just started the third line, which is the one I'm tweaking, first one that I'm tweaking. So hopefully I've done the math right, and I know where to start to add in the different words, take out words and add in words. So we'll see how it turns out next time.
Did you chart it all out prior to?
Well, I charted the words out, but I didn't put it perfectly. I added and subtracted some things.
We do math very differently too. Math is not my strong suit when I'm not really thinking.
That's just true.
It's very true. I got all of the bricks done and the door done, and I did the second tree. I still did not find that to go very quickly. I don't know what I do differently than you do. My plan is the next movie to continue that white border and use it to help match up and make sure everything over on this side is where it needs to be, get them evened out. But I may pretty much finish this portion before I move on to the words and stuff. I think I'm going to try to finish above the diamonds.
Well, the diamonds and the dust need to be done.
Before
that helps with the words.
Well, the diamonds will, but I think I want everything on top of the diamonds kind of done before I move on to. I at least don't want any black fill-in left up top because there's so much black fill-in in the bottom that I don't want to have to.
I don't think there is.
Skip around. The windows. All the windows are black.
They are? Mm-hmm. Oh. Are you sure?
Positive. And I like how it looks, so I'm doing it black.
I didn't think the symbol was black. What is the symbol for black?
Square.
Okay.
Our pattern this time that we are going to be giving away is this little bird, Simplicity by Little House Needleworks. And the reason is because in the movie Frequency, there are the nightingale killers and the nightingale is a bird. And so is this. We were stretching. It was either that or we were alluding to the stars. And it was going to be like a Christmas one because there were stars in the sky when Jesus was born.
Bethlehem.
Yeah, but we decided to go with this one instead. So Simplicity by Little House. I did stitch it up. Yep. Do you want to share about one of your adventures or no?
Oh, so I went to Kroger and I did give the little guy that brought out my stuff. It kind of explained it had my t-shirt on or a sweatshirt and tried to explain.
Thinks we're nuts when we're trying to
30,
talk about
30
this.
seconds what I'm talking about and why we're doing this.
We cross stitch.
Right. They don't know what
what?
we're talking about. But when I gave him $24. I thought he was going to cry. Tony was his name.
Tony?
Yeah, he was. You could tell. He really was. It wasn't even like. It was like a thank you. I really needed this, so I think we got pointed in the right direction. So I did that, and then
don't share. So that was one of her things.
Okay,
she had a whole adventure when she was out.
Right, so we'll do it next
so we'll
time.
do another one in our next segment. Just to try to continue to have them to talk about.
Yeah, I thought there was something else. Gonna talk about now.
This was movie 10. The only way we are going to get through 24 movies is if we stay up all night tonight.
Right.
And even with that, I think we'll have to go past midnight on Sunday.
Maybe. Okay.
But I think our plan is to get these 24 movies in.
Right. Yeah. And we may have to go over.
I say that this hour.
I
may change my mind when I'm still not at my house with my dog.
Yeah,
but we'll see. So that's our plan. We're going to go spin the wheel and watch
another movie. Okay.
Bye. Movie 11. We are formulating a plan for what's going to happen when we do not get all 24 done because it's just not going to happen. We had pizza. We have large wine glasses.
In our
stitching
glasses.
Stitching
from
glasses. Stony Creek. They are told to half a bottle perfectly.
Yeah.
They are our nighttime stitching glasses when we know we're going to just be stitching and drinking. We watched A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, and I think I'm moving slower with my stitching. So I got some of the white border done on the top. I got a couple of the windows done, and I got some more of the diamonds done. And I think the birds. I guess I did a lot more than I was thinking I did. I don't like filling in the windows because it's just very tight in there. Like it's. I think the mortar for the bricks is going to be a pain.
I think it is too. I think that's what you should leave it.
I'm not going to leave it.
Okay. I got my
Are they all done?
tweaked. Make sure it doesn't get in your wine.
I won't put it in my wine. wine. Everybody always is like, I take a picture with my wine on my thing, and they're like, oh my goodness.
Well,
I'm like,
was on it.
I'm really good.
To chip in. So I got, and I changed that line to Seeking Refuge with, and I changed it to Jesus and Stitching instead of Thread and Needle.
And then what's your bottom line gonna
Then
say?
my bottom line has to rhyme with stitching. So I said, all fear and anxiety has all gone missing. So
She didn't like the word angst. It's like, I think, my favorite word in the whole thing. It reminds me of my emo days of screaming along the dashboard confessional.
okay, well, me.
I was very angsty.
Okay.
Late teen. Something like that. I don't know. For the pattern, this one, we pulled out this one, Royal Crow, because Knight's Tale was all about, the royalty, and I guess it wasn't royalty, but there were royal people in it. So it's seen better days, but it's just because it traveled along with me because I did stitch this one. So if you're interested, it's a really fun little pattern.
That's a cute one.
Yeah. Designed by
all the
Lisa.
keys in it. Yeah.
So that's our pattern for this hour. Do you want to share another one of your little?
When I was coming through, we live in a little town called Clyde, which is 3,000 or whatever. So it has its own little police callers.
I moved. She lives in a little town called Clyde. I moved.
Oh yeah,
And then
they
she
don't.
can't
Now
say
they
we
live in a little
anymore.
town called Fremont, which is bigger.
Yeah.
Little town. But anyway, Clyde's a very small little town. And as I was going, I dropped the stuff off to my mom's, and then as I was driving through Clyde, I saw a policeman. I was right in front of the nice police station. And it's like, oh, we want to do something for the police. So I go around the block, I pull around, and I see him pulling into the garage. So I pull up behind him, well, kind of, not too close, and I grab $24.
She wasn't trying to get shot. She was just trying
and
to
he kind of looked up at me, and I
his
just
attention.
did my little finger, wait a minute. So then I got up, and so I explained. I had my cross-stitch thing on, so I tried to explain it really quick in 30 seconds. This is what we have. We want to bless you. We want to do something for our essential workers. So I want to give you $24 so you could guys buy pizza or donuts or whatever you want. And he said, I can't take the money. I was like, oh, really? You can't? Okay, I mean, this is a good thing, and you're being honest. So we talked for quite a while about different things and what can we do for you. And I kept saying, well, we're working. We don't really need anything. And talked about other people in the community. And then he said, and he finally got why I was doing 24. And then he said, well, I can tell you if you want to get something for the guys, what to get. And this is a good thing for everybody to know if you're in the same situation.
It's
want to
very
do something for the
practical and
police.
very
Inexpensive.
So
Bottled water. I said, really?
And it comes in packs of 24.
24. Yeah, that's what I said to him. I said, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, they could use bottled water. And I said, great. Found out where I could bring it. I said, I will. So that's on my agenda. We'll get like several cases at 24.
We'll take it over to the police station.
And we'll
we
take
could
it over
even
to the
do
police
that for
station.
Fremont too, or the fire station or something.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have it be another double one that we're doing.
Right. So I thought, well, that's really good because I kind of kidded him about you want donuts. And he said somebody had just sent in pizzas that people will just send them in food, and I didn't really want to do that. So anyway, so that was a good story.
Yeah, that's been actually one of the things that my my daycares have mentioned is that they had been fed almost every day. Like the staff don't have to worry. So
cool.
people really are reaching out and trying to help, and that's amazing.
And it's nice that it's not just at Christmas time, because I think a lot of people, especially in small communities, think about some of these people and they get inundated with a whole bunch of stuff, and then it's dry for 11 months. And so I think it's opened our eyes up to a lot of things now that I'll think more of. So that was a good one. Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah.
So we are we're gonna do at least another movie tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna get us to 12. I'm pretty.
Right.
I mean,
I think we should do 2.
Okay.
We said that last night. We only got through half, but I said
it was later last night though too. Then it's only 10 o'clock. I mean,
well, and if we could pick one that's not over 2
no, that
hours.
was like really long. We didn't, and see, I had come into this saying I was going to track my stitching time, and then I didn't. I mean, I've been pretty good about stitching the duration of the
right,
movies.
and you can go through and know how long the movie was, and figure minus 5 minutes or something.
For like
we
credit.
were
for
you
not
know,
stitching.
Yeah, getting up to go to the bathroom.
I
or something,
count
but
like the time that we're on Instagram and we're on that
Yeah.
stuff. I know a lot of people will be in the group and they'll be like, "I'm frogging. Does that count?" Absolutely,
Yeah.
it is part of stitching.
Yeah.
And realistically, your fingers cannot handle doing a straight. I need a break. My eyes need a break.
Yeah.
My fingers need a break. My body needs a break. Like, you know, I just have to get into a different position. So you have to lose sometime.
Yeah, especially if you're using the magnifier, which I do now. I know that I have to look. Well, you're really younger too. I'm old, and everything's going wrong with my body now, up in my head area. So my eyes, my teeth, my nose.
I just have the joints.
Whatever.
I haven't gotten there
Well,
yet.
this is true.
Just
moving up. But yeah, so I have to be looking up and not being.
Well, but we fixed. So we got these magnifying lights on Amazon that we love. Brandon and I did, and she got one, and it was slanting pretty badly today. So when Brandon came over, he looked at it, and I was like, you know, I think you can take a portion of it out and make it lower to the ground. And
which works
easier, and so it works a whole lot
better.
nicer for her to be able to see.
Yeah.
And I think I'll probably do that to mine, even though I just use it. I don't use the magnifier, but I like the LED light in it. So I just move the magnifier light to like right here level, and then that's how I stitch. So okay. We'll be back later. Bye. It was not a fun movie.
No, it wasn't.
The movie was fine. We watched The Lake House.
But it's a little
slow.
Yeah.
It was not the...
You know, Sandra Bullock is just not happy in the movie.
She's very
She's usually
comfy.
all,
Yeah.
I don't know why we
I
like
have a
it.
shadow. I thought I had something in my mouth. Well,
I mean, it's
I like
because
the concept of it,
yeah.
yeah,
I think every time I see it, I say, well, what's wrong with Sandra Bullock? Okay.
That was a movie we watched. Right. And then our sentiment while stitching was pretty much the same because we kind of were Sandra Bullock sitting in the living room, especially her. She was like, there was a lot of like really like just not happy noises.
No.
And so I just stopped
DMC
going, what now?
Horrible.
What wrong? So we didn't talk much either.
Well, we usually don't, but it was like, it was purposeful this time.
On my part or yours?
Both of ours.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to? Oh,
yeah, it's just short because I got hardly anything done because 640 DMC 640 was horrible. It just kept breaking. Yeah. I finally got out wax to see if that would help, and that's what the stupid little window frames are.
She's doing the window frames, yeah.
And I did a few berries. I almost got the roof done.
Coarse.
But I know it is very coarse. I really was liking, but I just finished that piece on Lambswool and I loved it and thought, this is my count now, but I'm not having a happy time with this.
It may just be that we've spent too many hours on our projects today. I took a lot of breaks.
You did, but you probably got a zillion done.
Well, I got more of the white border, and then I got the first flower where the basket will be up in the left, and then I filled in all the windows. So, but my finger's like sore from pushing the needle through, especially on the house because it's just a tight squeeze. So, I don't know, like I'm not necessarily ready for bed, but like
I'm not.
I need a break, I think. Anymore? I don't know that I... Apparently we are. So we'll be doing another movie. Never mind. You know how I said we didn't talk like during this? We didn't talk about like what we were going to do.
Easy stuff. I'm figuring
it's
get
fine.
through this hour and do something easy.
We'll keep going. Our pattern this time, lake house, kind of like camping, kind of, So we're doing this Happy Camper by Fat Quarter Shop. It's so Emma. So that's the giveaway.
Okay. I can tell a happy. Should I tell a happy story?
I think we need one because we've been pretty miserable.
All right. So when I was out to get my mom's groceries and do that, I was coming home and I forgot to ask her. And I asked her if she wanted any takeout. And she's 87 and she hasn't been out since March 11th. and I've only been in her house a couple times. I've just started now kind of going in once a week because I don't want to take anything into her. She lives on her own. But anyway, so she wanted Taco Bell, so I went to drive through Taco Bell, and as I'm coming through Fremont, little town Jen lives in now, I went past Jimmy G's Barbecue, and they are just an amazing barbecue place. They're good. They're just really, really great people, and I've seen them on Facebook. They're giving out a lot of food. They're open for takeout, and as I was going by, it's like, oh, I'm going to stop and I'll do a thing there. So I did a UB, went in, and of course they were just doing takeout things. So I explained to them I just wanted to pay it forward, and I ended up getting a couple of gift cards that I just left there for them to use however they wanted it. That was the easiest way, and they were just blown away. And I said, well, they're giving away stuff all the time, and people that need it, or just for them and their help. So anyway, so that was great.
Yeah, because you talked to them and they were like, you were like, well, how can even just to give back to your staff, how can I give to you to let you give back to your
staff too, because they're open, and obviously I'm sure they're not making as much money
I'm telling you,
I think they're doing good with takeout.
My little town has a Facebook group just for eating local and things like that during the time, like who's open, what are the deals. I mean, the Mexican place, you can't get through on the phone line.
Really?
It's better at this point to go sit in the parking lot and go in, because people are calling 200 times in a row trying to get through.
Really?
Because they're that busy.
Well, they're supporting. Yeah.
So, and that's, everybody's just kind of I think we have all these we have a Dairy Queen, but we have a lot of local ice cream shops too that are drive-throughs and things like that. Word I was hearing today was lines are just around the block to get into them. So,
Taco Bell was really busy. Yeah. I mean, I think it was a Saturday, and there was 5 cars ahead of me, and one I could tell was a mom ordering slushes and stuff for kids and stuff. So, but I think people are really supporting their local stuff, or tired they're cooking.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we're trying.
It is it's a close knit community.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and we've done out more. We didn't do quite as much this week as we normally did, but. We did some meals, but we did a couple things out, and because we wanted to,
and trying not to only do chains, to try. But it's not like we're eliminating them. We had Domino's tonight, but
Domino's and McDonald's,
Wendy's, and why not? It's just But we're throwing in trying to throw in the other places too.
Yeah.
So where we can. So
okay.
It's almost midnight on Saturday.
I know. You want to go to bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
Okay. You want to stop stitching?
Okay.
We'll tell you the next one. Who won? I just have a big glass of wine that I didn't even drink my glass of wine because I was ripping out.
She was very grumpy. It was not the most fun. So you're not going to do windows if we keep watching movies?
I'm not doing windows. Okay. I'm done with windows. Oh no.
That makes me happier to hear.
No, I'm doing my triangles. Your diamonds, my triangles.
I'm the one that doesn't know math.
You almost have your diamonds
changed my grade in geometry on my high school transcript.
Oh, would you be quiet about that?
High school doesn't exist anymore. It's not really a big deal.
True, but there may be friends watching. Yeah. Well, it was only a fair change. It was just, we just had a difficult teacher.
Only class I ever got a C on. Yeah. Doesn't say that there.
But she really, now that I really know her math skills, I
know that they're diamonds.
But it was geometry.
Think triangles.
Well, but they were all triangles on mine. I mean, a triangle. I know geometry enough that you can take 2 triangles and put them together and make a diamond. But you probably didn't know that. Okay, we have to stop. Okay.
We have to stop.
Diamond in the dust. Okay. It's a song. By who? Elton John? No, I don't think so.
Latin? Isn't that
Diamonds in the Dust? I know it's a book by Johnny Eyre. It's in Tyler. Diamonds in the Dust.
Okay. That was It's movie
13.
13. We stitched for maybe half
of it.
Do you think
Yeah,
half?
I
think
half
about
of it,
half. And then we were both just kind of like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
But we let the movie continue on, and it was conspiracy theory. We figured a faster pace would help, but the movie held my interest. I was just tired of stitching.
Yeah.
I was just tired. So this is where I didn't get much more done. Got some more of the diamonds. I think I have 8 more to do. And then I worked on this flower thing up here to get to the basket. What?
Well,
she makes little noises when I talk, and I don't know what she's thinking
I
about.
worked on the basket to get to the flower.
Because we basically just do things
backwards. And I worked I finished the roof, so the roof is all in. And I didn't do any more windows, and I worked on my triangles to make them into diamonds. But I have more than 8 left to do, so she's got less diamonds to finish than myself. So
yeah, but I haven't done any of the words.
Yeah, I mean that took me 3 movies.
The words are gonna lose this needle. She loses her needles.
She says bad things about me.
I keep one needle. I had one needle for all of my projects for a really long time, and now I keep one needle on each project.
I do not.
She doesn't. I swear I have stepped on more needles going down the steps of that basement.
Because her dog drags them down. Or her cats drag them down.
Think she drops them and then they get kicked.
Well, I do drop them. I mean, they come out, but my husband, he doesn't have very good seeing, but he finds my needles really good.
So that was our stitching. Our pattern that we're going to be giving away this time is one that I'm currently stitching. So we realized we had a duplicate of this pattern, and it wasn't one my mom was interested in stitching. So it is Pumpkin Conspiracy, The Great Pumpkin Conspiracy by Cross-Eyed Cricket. Conspiracy theory. So I'm enjoying it a lot, stitching it. It's when I started Madness 2018, I think. So it'll be coming back out for Mania. But you can stitch it too. So that's that.
That's that.
I think our plan is sleep.
Yeah.
And then I think we are going to be back at it tomorrow. I'm really curious to see how much I can get done.
I know. We would like to.
I mean, we weren't really tracking our time. I mean, we're over 24 hours at this point. We have to be.
Well, 13 movies.
13 movies. They're about 2 hours apiece.
Right. I mean, one of them would have figured they were a little shy. Then we had other ones that were longer. So, yeah. We got our 24 hours in. More so than, because generally with 24s were 45 minutes stop. So that's
true. I hadn't really thought about that difference. So.
This is a full, pretty much 2 hours every time to stitch. So. Got a lot of stitching in.
I'm interested to be able to count it tomorrow or whenever I count it to see how much I've actually done. Or I told her we may have to both count to see. Or we
Who's
just
competitive.
We are very. You are too. Don't even pretend that it's just me.
It's just her.
You should have seen her with her Fitbit. And God, I mean, my first car, we would be driving. We had the same car. We both were driving Ford Focuses. And she used to, get so close to me. And then she would erase me.
Wow, that's racing. That's not being competitive.
It is. Who's going to get home first? How is racing not competitive? How is this different? We're racing to get it finished.
You needed a brother or sister.
I didn't have any.
Okay. Time to go to bed.
Good morning.
Morning.
We are back up and through our 14th movie for the duration. We watched Sixth Sense, which Her and I went to the theater to see together, and I think it was like my senior year of high school. And we sat through the movie, and we were both kind of like, that's really slow. Like, what's going on? Like, this is kind of like we had kind of been hyped. It was pretty soon after it had been released, so no spoilers had come out.
Yeah.
We watched the whole movie. We were both like kind of like chit-chatting through it, I think, because it was slow. Ending happens. We immediately left, went and bought another set of tickets, and went back and watched it again immediately afterwards. So it was fun to watch again. I don't know that I've watched it with you in years.
I know. I haven't seen it in a long time. Time. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Do you want to
do first? Sure. Okay. I worked on changing my diamonds or triangles to squares. I only have a few left.
Triangles to diamonds.
Triangles to
Geometry
diamonds.
is not her strong
shut up. And I worked on some windows. I got my wax out, found my wax to try to work with that 640. So I did like 3 windows across, and I thought I'm just doing 3 fills.
She was quiet throughout it, so I didn't even know that she was doing windows. So there was no grumbling. And
so I don't have to do them all at once. So. I did the flowers in the pot and got those in, and I guess that's it.
Okay. I got all the diamonds done.
I knew you were going to. Oh, that's why I was thinking. I knew she's going to have her diamonds
We don't
done.
talk as we're doing this. Like, it's not like we talk, we chat, but we don't talk about what we're stitching. And we're across the room from each other, so we really can't see to know what the other person is choosing to work on. So I got the diamonds done, I got the basket done, and I got the second tree trunk, I guess, done. And part of the bird. So I think, I know last time I said I wasn't going to do the words until I finished the top, but I think I need a break. So, and I don't really want to save all the words. So I think I'm going to skip down and do some words this next movie. So,
we're moving.
We're plugging. Our pattern for this movie is Sue Hillis, Wine a Bit, You'll Feel Better. The movie starts in a wine cellar. We were picking. We were not able to find a great connection for this one, but it's a fun pattern. It does have a little wine charm that is included. So that is our pattern for this hour or movie.
Miserable day here in Clyde, Ohio.
It's really rainy.
Oh, it's rainy and really, really windy.
But it's a miserable day, but it's like the perfect day to stitch. Yeah. So
I'll be able to. We had the fan on last night. Put the fireplace on today to take the chill off.
Yeah. So that's what's happening here. I don't know what we're just gonna open another movie, and I think make another stitching. Cup of coffee and
go.
Really wish we had the coffee pot.
I know.
We have the K-cup thing, and I'm thinking about getting the K-cup thing with the pot on it. But I've heard not great reviews. But I really want a coffee pot again. So if you have one and you like it, please tell me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it would be nice to have a pot of coffee.
It would.
But it doesn't take that long. We really should move. But
I know.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Hi. She's a little grumpy.
Wow.
She's putting on a happy face right now, but it has not been a pleasant 5 minutes.
Face.
Oh,
yes.
Always. She threw her phone down because Instagram was frustrating her. Hashtags can be annoying.
Wow. I mean, you made up the hashtag for me. It's just annoying posting it all the time.
I told her she
15 minutes I could do thread by thread needle how many times. Okay.
Movie 15. We watched Return to Me.
Just good.
It's a good movie. I hadn't seen it in a really long time. I'll share first. I don't remember who did what last time. I worked on words. So I got the first line and a little bit in the second line done.
I did, finished the windows and started the bricks. I think I did
a lot of the bricks done.
I don't think I did any triangles to diamonds or diamonds to triangles or anything. I don't think I did any that time. Just the windows and the bricks.
Yeah, you really did get a lot of bricks done though. Okay. Our pattern for this movie is Season of Love by Little House, because of the heart. She gets a heart transplant in it. It was a cute stitch. I stitched it a while ago. So that's our pattern for this time. I am hungry, so I'm going to get something to eat. And we're going to do another movie. I'm hoping to at least get the words done today.
Well, it took me
I'm wondering if I can get everything done except for the bottom. And the 1/1.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be changing that a little bit. And I'll save the house. But that's kind of going to be my like the mortar. But I think that's what I'm going to be trying to get accomplished. What are you?
I have decided whether I'm going to. Well, I want to get the last sentence in, and probably pretty much. I actually want to get the border lined up at the bottom. So once I get the words in,
and you haven't decided what you're doing about the top.
Yeah, I know.
I like it on mine. It really does pop on my fabric.
I mean, it's going to pop on mine too.
Yeah.
And it
mirrors the first row of the bottom border, so I think I'll like that.
My biggest thing is just seeing where it's falling with my frame. I got to bring the full frame out to see where the space, to make sure the spacing. I think it was only a 1/4 of an inch difference.
Yeah.
So it should be fine, especially with this style that doesn't have a like set border all the way around.
Right. Yeah.
But
I think maybe I can do everything but that bottom.
Yeah, well, you're doing faster on the words than I did. I only did a line
movie. Well, it depends on how long the movie was.
Well, they're all basically the same. And this next one's going to be my longest one. I gotta
Are you centering it?
Yeah, I'm going to center it.
The pattern isn't centered, which I didn't notice until she said something. But I don't think I care.
Yeah,
I like that they line up this way. Except for this one, but it's a continuation of that sentence, so.
But then they don't, and then this one's longer.
Well, the bottom one is lined up with the first two, if you don't change it, I think. Anyway, we're rambling. We're going to go get food, and then we're going to watch a movie, and then we'll be back. Yeah. She just told me I missed a word on my stitching and gave me a heart attack.
I can't believe you believed it.
I did, actually, because I was jumping all over. We just finished movie 16, which was Enemy of the State. We've decided we're going to, it's 4:20 now on Sunday, so we are not going to get a full 24 different movies in. So we're going to look at our list and we're going to plan out, I think, our last ones, just so... we have the ones that have good pattern connections. That I'm ooh, I want to be able to say that.
Yeah.
And, we'll see. So I will show mine first because somebody got the iron out and ironed hers, but I did not.
Yeah, not very good.
So I just continued working on words. My mom noticed that the Seeking had a weird spacing in it, and so I realized I was going to be drawn to it. We weren't sure if it was a reference to try to say C king because there was an extra space in between the E's, the C and the king, or not. So, but it was going to irk me a little bit. So I changed it so that the spacing was consistent with the rest of it. But then I had to be conscious because I wanted the last line to be right and not off when I was using, because I'll use that as a marker with the border. Right. So, I had to be conscious of where I started that. That's why there's the underneath, because I was making sure that I was right. But everything will be placed.
Since it was at the beginning, that's an easy one to...
I just use the K as my reference.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And you can't do that because your writing was all different.
No, mine was all different, yeah. And I know. That's why I based it in a line this morning before we started.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, so that I know that this is lined up because I need to
show them because I didn't notice,
okay. So I put in my last line that I charted out to change, and it is what it is. I'm not a poet, and I know it. So, although that did rhyme. So I've got that in, and I don't think I'm going to do that white on the top. I may do something else, so I won't have to worry about lining up the white and the bottom, because I got my frame out, and I'm going to have some room, so I may do something else.
Yeah. Well, she did, so when she was talking about that, she did a line here. Just like a running stitch down, just so she had like where the edge was.
Yeah.
Since there's not a border on it
To count over.
And things like that. So.
Since it's a sewn, hopefully I stayed on the same line because I had my magnifier out to do that, but I think I did. So
our pattern for this hour, Enemy of the State is... I mean, it's not overly patriotic, but it's...
Well, it's the United States and
government and
stuff,
things like that. So we're going to be doing The Heart of Americana by Marcia's Fancy. It does have the charms included. And, yeah, it's a cute little patriotic one. So that will be available. And I think what we're going to do, since we're not going to get all 24 movies in, our last... filming of the night we will go through, because we do want to do 24 patterns for you guys.
And this was, what was this number?
16.
All right. We're gonna
we'll
be
be close.
We may get 20 in, so we only have 4 extra. I mean, if we push it tonight, but I don't know what time you want to go home.
I don't care. We can go past midnight. I don't care. I just think I want to sleep in my own bed tonight.
Yeah.
Although it's been nice having a king-size bed to myself and not sharing with Watson and Brandon.
We can decide as we go on. Yeah.
So, although she's been here every day because
I
there's some sort of emergency that had to have her over here.
It's yucky. Oh, it's clearing up now.
It is. I don't know what we're eating, though. We didn't think about that. We have leftovers. But...
yeah. We can't make a pizza because we had pizza. So.
Yeah. She makes the best pizzas. Jack's pizzas.
Just
She doctors them up,
pizza.
and they're so good.
They're really good.
They're really cheap, and they're really good. Anyway, we're going to go try to plug in some more movies.
Yeah.
And we'll be well, we finished movie 17. Yeah.
17?
17. Blast from the Past. I haven't seen it in years.
I haven't either. Or bits and pieces. Not the whole movie all in once.
Yeah. My favorite part is that Nathan Fillion is in it.
Yeah.
I always forget until
his
part comes up. And I'm like, oh, it's Nathan Fillion. We have decided that the next movie is it. Our bodies are weary, to quote my mother. I was off camera, but it was.
You're
what
weary.
are we going to say when we do this? Oh, we'll tell them we're weary.
I don't really know what's funny about that word. I'm a little angst over
no, my arm hurts and
my whole arm is sore. We've done a lot of stitching.
I know. I'm gonna add up how many minutes were in the movies we watched and let's get an idea of how many hours we stitched for. Watch it be under 24.
And then we'll be back, but you won't know because this isn't live anyway, so we're okay.
I want the words done before I'm done tonight, though. So I'm working on the words. Almost finished the third row. I did some of the tree. I did some of the flowers. And then I just stopped for a while, too.
Yes, she did.
I got hungry.
She did. I got something to eat. Okay, so mine's kind of a mess. I went down, Jen will hold it up, because I wanted to space it out, make sure everything, since I didn't do the top border, and I wanted to get down because I do have a frame for this to see how it is, and I am not crazy about the white. I don't like white anyway, and I it shows up on mine, but I'm not going to do it in white. So I spaced it out to get the bottom bordered and then make sure that I was okay across, and I was doing a running stitch up just to make sure everything was lined up. And it's still going to go down a little bit further, but I've got that spaced in now. And then I worked on the bricks and almost have the bricks done.
Do you not trim till the end?
Well, that one I didn't because I try to as I'm going. Yes. No, I don't wait till the end.
She used to get so mad at me.
Oh, well, because it was a whole piece of long tails. I never.
She would always, because she frames everything pretty much.
That's how she handed it to me. You can trim it at the end, but before you hand it to the ironer, the framer.
I've come a long way.
You have, baby. You have.
Even though you were questioning my stitching at the beginning of this.
I was?
Yeah, you thought I did this whole thing wrong.
What do you mean? I thought you did it.
What's on camera?
Yeah, you're going to have to show it to me. I think
we sat down and I was like showing this and you were like, I don't think you did it right. And I was like, what do you mean I didn't do it right? You thought this, it was like the way it was laying, it looked weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They always remember the negative things, not the positive things that you do, moms.
I remember a lot of both.
Okay. Well, that didn't really clean it.
That didn't really come out like I meant it to, but
probably did. Okay.
I did mean more positive than negative, but
yeah, sure. Okay. Chart.
Oh yeah, chart.
Okay.
Well, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to do an Adam and Eve chart because that's the name of the people, but we don't have any that are ready to be
given away. We haven't
we have to
stitched
stitch them, and like because the ones that we have are like the out of print ones that I'm like I can't, not yet, like we'll pass it on when we're done, but
that's a thing.
But we figured this one from Shakespeare's Peddler, Antique Locks and Keys, because they were locked down in the fallout shelter for 35 years or something.
Whatever,
so I stitched this one during the first 24 hours.
Did you?
Aww. This was one of my small starts that I thought I would be able to finish in an hour. It is. What is the stitch dimensions? Doesn't even say. How does it not say? 90 by 80.
90 by 80. Well, it's also, they're all also on it. Jen, you are not going to be able to, that is not as small. Not a mini, what you needed.
But it could be yours.
With lots of memories associated with it. Okay.
Not sure they want those memories.
The sun's coming out. Okay.
Yeah, because it's only 7 o'clock in Ohio, and it doesn't get dark until
10.
It's a very weird state. I'm still not used to that.
We're almost at the time change, so.
Are we?
Yeah, it doesn't go that far into Indiana when I don't know.
Oh.
You know, when
do we have to change clocks?
No, time zone change.
But we do, right? Don't we do that in May?
We already did it in March. Never mind. She hasn't even had any wine or anything, and she's going home tonight.
This is the sign that I need
so
some.
I guess she can't have any because she's got to drive home.
Worst comes to worst, I have Brandon come and
get
me.
I was thinking that Brandon
leave my car here.
Yeah, we'll just charge it. Pee down. You're in my garage. Yeah, tell them all. Whose car is parked in my garage? And she doesn't even live here anymore. My car's out of the driveway, and I let her park in the garage. And
that was your call. Your call.
Because it was really windy, and I didn't want to lose the pizza last night when you came in. I was a little worried about it. Ended up over the ends. Okay.
One more movie.
Paula's going to love this, because you look pretty... You're looking pretty bad.
I was looking pretty bad when we started. I don't think it's...
I know, but it's looking worse now. Okay. You've got
this is for you, Paula. Well, that's a wrap. That was movie 18. We ended it with Con Air. We forced the spin because it's what I wanted to end with. It was an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it was nice to kind of change up our venue, our routine, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
we've pretty much stuck with the same routine for all of them. The only one that we changed a little bit was last October when we went for longer. Well, I did, because I had 31 projects.
Right.
But pretty much, so we added up the amount of time in all the movies, just curious to see. And there were about 36 hours of movies that we watched. Take off about 5 minutes from each and a couple hours or an hour from Conspiracy or so from like moving around and not actually stitching. But it was like, so I figure over 30 hours worth of stitching we got. So, I mean, that's a lot of stitching and way more than we used to do because we only did 45 minutes for 24 sessions. So, and a lot of that time I sat and was checking Instagram and stuff. So I feel like I accomplished a lot. So we'll show you. I was going to iron it, but then I didn't because I'm not totally finished. So didn't want to. You want to show yours or mine?
Good showing. I got all the bricks done and the door, and I started on the windows. So I got that done. That's what I got, all my diamonds in the dust done. So diamonds are done, words are all done.
We ended up doing just about the same. I'm going to say that we are like... I mean,
I think you probably did more. You got your house
just
done.
A little bit, though. But, I mean, because I didn't do the bottom border, but I did the whole top. So I have that whole white line that you don't do. Didn't do.
That's 6. I mean, that's a lot of stitching.
And I have the bricks filled in, but you have more.
You don't have the brick. Yeah, the windows filled in.
I mean, I did all the bricks. Yeah, the windows is what I meant.
Right.
Did you do any of the mortar?
No.
No, I haven't done any of the mortar. You have more berries on the tree, but you don't have the other one started.
I don't have the other one started. I mean, I think
we came very close. I mean, I think we stitched pretty
even, but similarly. I think you have more stitches if you counted.
Maybe.
Of them.
Which I'm going to do tonight just because I'm curious to see how, well, not tonight. Before I stitch on it again, I will count up to know how many I have. And my plan is just to divide it by 3 because I worked on it 3 days. And that way it's put in my...
Did you show yours?
Yeah, I think. Didn't I?
Showed mine. Did you show yours?
I think I showed mine. Yeah, so I have the top border done, the words. But you have more letters in your words because you...
Yeah, but then I didn't do the words up top. You have her work done and the date. I didn't do that.
I just tried to get it to a point that was going to be easy to count. So, like, that's why I went back into the top row because now I know it's all done. So it's just the top border times 2 or however long it is because it's, like, it zigzags, but I don't have to count it.
No, you have to. Yeah,
it's 220.
Each one of them is
so it's
6,
420.
Yeah.
But I don't even have to count that because it's just 2 rows of the length of the pattern. So I just tried to get it to a point that was going to be really super easy to count. Yeah. Having the house filled in, like having the mortar done, would have made that a lot easier. I'm really good on here. I'm not in real life. I don't know who I have fooled to know. But my mug that says I have the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor is putting it mildly. So the fact that I haven't dropped more is pretty impressive. I don't know what I was saying. Our pattern for this giveaway is this Chirpy by Barbara Anna, and the reasoning is because in Con Air he has a little bunny that he's giving to his daughter when he gets released, and they have put the bunny back in the box and all those lines, and there are little bunnies in this. So I have this one stitched. I stitched it a long time ago. I changed the date on the bottom. It says 1952. I changed it to 1982 because that was the year I was born. But it was a fun stitch. The key is in, it's like one of those DMC ones. The espresso. And you know what? Whoever gets this, I'll send you the remnants of my key because I think I still have the rest of that skein and I'm never going to, I think I know where it is. If I know where it is, I'll throw it in with it. She's like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a DMC. It's one of those DMC blended.
Oh, like I had to get for the season?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just, it's one of their special, that are generally in that like thread box or something. I don't know where else you get those. those.
Oh,
So.
okay.
So that means that we've got 18 patterns that we have here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be making the Google participation form. Sorry, pause.
We are also giving.
Well, I know, but I wanted to explain how the patterns work real quick. I'm going to be making a Google participation form like we typically do. So please, in comments, no giveaways, no, the drill with that stuff. You do have to be over 18. It will ask you if you participated. Please fill it out honestly. But we don't use that information when we're pulling. It will list all of the patterns with a checkbox. If it's a pattern that you're interested in that you would like to stitch, you can hit the checkbox. We are only going to be pulling winners for one. I mean, if you win one, you're not going to be eligible to win others. So we're asking that it's something that you're interested in stitching in, not something that you're looking to sell or something. We're just passing along, stitching. We also would like to, you can talk about it.
Well, you can do it. It's your thing.
She cut me off. I wasn't forgetting it. No.
Okay. All right.
So we have 18 of those patterns that we would like to give away. We would also like to give away a copy of the Seeking Refuge pattern. And we're going to talk to Craft Gallery because they brought them back from market. So we will have one there that we'll purchase through them to get to someone. So either be shipped out directly from Craft Gallery or we will get it for you since our patterns are still not finished. We're not going to give you ours, but we will pass along a copy of Seeking Refuge as well. So that will be the 19th pattern that is listed on the participation form, whatever you want to call it. And then we've got some, Allison has donated some Needleminders. So the 24 hours of cross-stitch Needleminders, we're going to have a few of those that we're going to be able to give away. And then we'd also like to, as we've been filming, we've been talking about ways that we've been giving back to the community and trying to just kind of do that throughout the course of everything, just with the climate of the world right now. And one of the other ways that we wanted to give back was to support some local shops. So we will be doing two gift certificates. They'll be, I think, $24 because that's our typical number that we go with. One will be to Craft Gallery, and we are determining the other shop that we will be getting that to. We want to make sure that the shops we have in mind have an online presence and can cater to people that aren't able to go into the store. So we will also be pulling for those throughout this. So that should add to 24, just because. What else are we going to talk about?
I don't know anything. The next 24 is
the next 24 is in July. Mm-hmm. We have our plan already. Like, we're really excited. Do we want to announce it or do we want to wait?
It's up to you.
Okay, we can wait. Right now. I think we're pretty set on it. So we are going to be doing Christmas in July. And the reason that we're going to be doing this is because she has all the Prairie Schooler Santas. And I have wanted to stitch the Prairie Schooler Santas for forever. And so we had this idea that we were going to break them into even years and odd years. And so
you'll do one of
You were born in an odd year and I was born in an even year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she'll stitch odds and I'll stitch evens, maybe. There were a couple, though. There's one where there's one with clocks, and I want to stitch the clock one. And there was a Noah's Ark one. And so you want to do that one. So if they're the wrong years, we'll swap. But so I'm going to, and then I think it equated to every 2 hours?
Yeah, I think so.
So it was going to be about 12. So we're going to watch Christmas movies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to if we'll do the same thing where we're just kind of watching movies and
stitching or
doing a weekend type thing as opposed to 24-hour type thing.
But we figured 12 because 12 days of Christmas and things like that. So, and if it works that we're doing 12, then it's an ornament movie.
Right.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. And she'll be the recipient of the Santas. So half of them will be made myself, and she's going to pick the fabric.
I know, I was thinking Lambswool, but after that, I'm not thinking.
Well,
I have to
she doesn't understand that none of them were ever done on Lambswool. They were done on 18 count, which I don't want to do the 18
Everything
count
I've stitched
Davos.
by Prairie Schooler is all 32 count Lambswool, 32 count Lambswool. So I just assumed they were 32 count Lambswool.
They were on 18 count. And I think maybe I'll do a couple up to see what an I mean, show you what 18 count looks like and what a 40 count would look like.
I want them on. I mean, I've been thinking 40 the whole time.
Yeah.
But
well, I think you need to see the side. I know I can do 40. I can do 40 on little. I mean, I like 40. So you just have
we'll
to
decide.
You know, if we're doing them, if you want them all on the same fabric, or if mine are on a different fabric than yours, or
I think that would be okay.
Well,
we just stitch very differently. Like, for those of you, like, it's been interesting to see, because when I started stitching, I was very much, I stitched how you stitch. And so, because that's what you taught me. And it really took me a long time to gravitate away from, or to add in things like overdyed floss and the hand-dyed fabrics and things like that. Because of finishing changes. Like, we still wet and iron stuff. We've gotten a little bit. Most stuff is color fast, although the red in this house is not, and I'm a little scared about it. Paula will be ironing my Seeking Refuge. But it's been interesting to see. And then I like to be able to compare, you know, because she still is pretty predominantly DMC. You've thrown it in some other...
Now that it's color fast, I've thrown it in. But I always loved DMC. And when I
DMC
started
too.
out, there were 300 colors. And now, what are there, 600 colors? No, I just always thought they were so pretty. So I just know I don't ever have to worry about it running. And I don't feel like I have to as much now that I've done some more of yours. But I still have my DMC, so I'm occasional with some things. I
walked in the other day and there was a skein of gassed Buckeye Scarlet, and I'm like, why is this up here? She's like, I like the color. I was like, oh, okay, I need that color. Can I have it? But yeah, so it's been, I think it's neat to see and compare, especially since we'll do, you know, if we do similar things a lot of times, we can see the difference then right in person, with hers being DMC and mine not being. For instance, the Seeking Refuge, you know, like, it's just, I think it's...
Right.
You know, and see sometimes how it really doesn't, you can't tell, you know, like, and sometimes it does make a difference, but...
Well, and I think this time was fun to see us attacking something that we're working on something big, and how we use different ways to attack something and how we stitch it.
And I think that's the neat thing about cross stitch, because I think a lot of people that don't stitch sit and think, oh, you're just putting a pattern on a piece of paper, you know, you're taking what's there. How can you be creative when you're doing this? How is it, and how are you putting you into it? You know, like, stitchers get it though, like, because you have a completely different thought process, just like that basket. I don't like to count up. I make mistakes when I count going upwards. I always count down, you know, and so it's how your mind works, and it's okay to do it your way. There isn't a steadfast, hard, fast rule for it. So we hope that you guys had fun this weekend, and hopefully Brandon will be able to get this all clumped together and from all the computers, and we have to figure out what's happening with my computer and get that sorted so I can actually film a regular video for you guys. But yeah,
in your new house.
In my new house. In my new floss tube studio.
Yeah.
With all of her furniture.
Right.
That was weird this weekend, not having the table to take our update pictures on.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to finish our wine.
Yep.
It is 1924.
Yes, it is. It is. We ended with a 1924.
So, we not like from the year 1924. We're not that extravagant.
We
did
down
not
to
pull
the wine cellar.
Ancient bottle of wine from the wine
1924.
The brand 1924.
That was on sale for $9.99 or $10.99.
So we are gonna finish this. We are gonna I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna stitch anymore tonight because my hand
lower
hurts.
the lights and sit and chill, and you need to go home and
eventually. So, I still feel like there was something else that I meant to tell you during this time. So if there was, I will be back before we get this all posted. But
stay safe and healthy and sheltered
and if stitching is bringing you calm, do it. If it's not, don't. Don't force it. You know, people all deal with things in different ways. And I was talking to somebody in the group today. It was like, stitching is either my all in or it's the last thing on my mind. Like it is when everybody deals with things differently. So find your calm, whatever it is, and use it
Seek
to
refuge.
Help. Yes, exactly. This is very timely and relevant. Yes. So we are extremely grateful for this community and glad to be a part. So keep stitching. No. Keep making those X's. Gosh, it's been too long since I filmed. I keep forgetting how to end these. Okay.